Hey guys, Derrickster here, and welcome back to my single player Let's Play world. It's actually, on the first note here, it's been really hard to motivate myself to get on here. Now, it's not because I don't want to play my single player, that's not it at all. It's just I feel like I have so much to do on the block-centric server that I could be doing it there and getting established and got this great base idea, and but I'm here. I'm doing it because I need to, and I do really still like this world. So we're still doing it. Just thought I would mention that. So if these do no. So if these episodes do slow down, I want that gunpowder. Thank you. So yeah, if these episodes do slow down, it's because I'm playing block-centric too much, and I only have so much time for Minecraft. But these will still happen, I promise. Like I said in the last episode, the experience. I'll get that later. Like I said in the last episode, these are still going to happen. I promise. It's just, I'm so excited. Okay, so before we get started, I need to enchant this axe because I have level 30, and I need a new enchanted axe because I just have one with Silk Touch, and that's it. So give me something good. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't really need fortune on it, but why not? Why not? All right. So what we're doing today, first of all, another note before I start anything, is I really want to try to talk slower and more pronounced in this episode. I've noticed after going back and watching some of my older episodes that when I get excited, I start talking like this, and you can't really understand what I'm talking about, and there's blah, 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 like that. It just kind of happens. I start skipping words, I think, and I never really noticed at the time because in my head, I just recorded the episode. I know what I'm trying to say, so therefore my brain just kind of processes it as hearing that, if that makes sense. Let's see here. So, what did I do? And what are we doing? We're working on the nether tunnel, because I need to actually get this thing done. I might not get the roof done today, but the floor will certainly be done. Now, I know if I've been saying now a lot. I should stop that. I was having issues figuring out what color and what design, or just what I wanted to do with the floor in here. So, I did what any smart married man would do, and when consulting colors and design and fashion, or when trying to figure them out, I consulted my wife. I was like, hey, honey, can you come look at this? I'm not really sure what I want to do with the floor in here. I need like a color or a texture idea, one or the other. I can pick out a block. She does not play Minecraft. She's not a very big fan. But yeah, just a texture or a color that will go with this wall or this roof. And she was like, well, my first instinct is to use the same dark brown you've got on the ceiling on the floor. And I was like, I don't know, that I want a little more contrast than that. I want the floor to be something completely different so you know it's the floor and it doesn't just, I don't know, I don't like the idea that you could flip it over and it'd still be the same thing. So she said, all right, well then I would do a coordinating brown. And I was like, coordinating? Okay. Now I don't really know the difference between coordinating and matching. Apparently there is one. She told me this before. We've talked about colors. So I said, well, explain to me coordinating exactly. Like, what do you mean a coordinating color? And so she said, just not the same one. Just pick a brown and we'll see if it works, basically. It's the gist of the conversation. I don't think that's exactly how it went, but it's good enough. And I think I'm talking too fast. Slow down. I made little hand gestures at myself. Deep breath. Okay. So, the next thing she said is just make sure that whatever you pick does not have a red or orange type of undertone to it, because these walls and the gray dark, or nothing, well, that just gave it away, but the dark oak over there, they have a gray and blue undertones, which I completely agree with. The dark oak is a very grayish brown, like it goes very well with grays. And then this sandstone, it's kind of a grayish. I guess it's more the neutral in them, actually. I don't know if it has too much of an undertone in comparison. But then this end stone here actually is fairly blue in its undertone. So she was right. So I was like, well, I don't want to use the dark oak planks because those are too close. So why not regular oak? It's got a gray undertone. Because I know this stuff, apparently, somehow. And first thing we tried, not dark oak, regular oak planks. And we both looked at each other and nodded and said, yep, that's it, right there. So thank you, honey. You're wonderful and you're good at colors and decorating, and I need more oak. So there's that story. What else? Uh, since I got my nether tunnel to the desert tunnel, which I actually redug completely because it ended up being in a bad spot, and I just moved it up so it was in line with this nether tunnel. Yeah. Ooh, that's a fun story. I actually did a couple things. Whoa. Look at that block. It's different. It's less transparent, more opaque. Is that the right word? You guys see that? F1. Look at that. That's interesting. So, when I was digging my nether tunnel on camera from the desert back to here, I don't remember if I had this in the episode or not, because I've been playing so much block-centric that I don't quite remember what happened. But I ended up digging towards the coordinates of... I need oak. That should be plenty. The portal, my nether portal on my friends and family server. Because I had the wrong notepad document up where I write down all my coordinates and everything. And I was digging to it, and I get there, and I'm like, wait, there is absolutely nothing here. Nothing at all. Same Y coordinate I've written down and everything. Completely confused. And then I realize it says server locations. Not like, I think mine is my LP or LP locations or something. So really dumb, had to redig over. But then on my LP locations notepad, turns out I had my old nether portal coordinate, so it had the wrong Y coordinate on it. So I ended up down to where my portal first came out. So that was a problem. And yeah, that was a problem. I believe I realized that right before I got there. So then I went and redug the whole thing up higher so that I went over everything and it would just be nicer to make pretty and those kind of things. So I essentially dug the tunnel 3 times. But it's done. And now that it's done, I got the sandstone finally to finish this nether tunnel that I've been talking about finishing forever. You're loud. Do you have a weird block? No? Huh. We need to go check if that other one's still there. So yeah, dug it 3 times. Finally have access to sand and sandstone in a very large quantity. Whew. It's a pain in my rear. So something else I want to do, and I might end up doing this episode, is I learned a little bit more about what LC level is. Now, if you look at the numbers on the left, you see XYZ for the coordinates, and it goes to F, which is the direction you're facing, and they just assign it a number value, and then LC. LC, the way it's been explained to me, which I believe is correct, is LC is the highest Y coordinate the game attempts, creepers right there, attempts to spawn natural spawning mobs. Now, the reason why this is so important is the way the spawning mechanic in the game works is it picks an air block not obstructed by anything, and then if that it randomly selects it's 4 blocks within the LC value of a chunk. If one of them is an air, or any of them are air blocks, that is considered valid. Then it moves, I think it's between 2 and 10 blocks in a random direction, and then it picks another block. What was I going to do? I need dark oak. Dark oak. A spruce. Dark oak. You know what? It's great. And then once it picks a new block after picking the air block, and this is without moving up or down. This is all in the X and Z coordinate after it picks an air block. I think it's a valid one. Then it checks if it's a spawnable surface with enough air blocks above. And if it is, then it tries to spawn a pack of 4 of the mobs, I believe, around that location, and I don't know exactly how that works, or this could be slightly wrong, but it's what I'm remembering, at least. Yeah, it's dark oak. Good. And yeah, so that's a long and complicated way of basically trying to explain. I need some of these. That I could potentially make my Enderman farm a lot more efficient in terms of its spawning by increasing the LC value of the chunks around where they're spawning, like everywhere around it, to an LC value that's right around the top of my Enderman farm. Because each chunk spawns something, it tries to spawn the four things individually from each other, and there's a chance that it could pick an air block right on the very corner of that chunk, and then move the spawn location into the chunk that has the actual spawn pad on it. So it does not decrease spawn rates at all, but it's got a relatively low chance of spawning extra. That also means that the little tower that I made to just kind of mark out how tall I wanted to go made it so that my Enderman farm was a lot less efficient. And there is no way of fixing that I know of, because once the LC value goes up, I don't think there's a way to bring it back down, because I actually went and tore that thing down hoping that it would work. And it did not. My LC value still stayed really high. So essentially what that means is it's trying to spawn mobs where I do not have a spawning pad. Which, I mean, it's still fine. I don't think I run out of Enderman farming there, but just it'd be nice to have it more efficient. Because it's Minecraft, that's what you do. You make things better. So I hope that lesson on LC value was valuable. I also hope it was right, because I've looked at the wiki and the wiki didn't really explain much of what LC value was when I'd read through it, unless I was just reading it wrong or looking at the wrong wiki or something. But that's how some of the guys on the block-centric server explained it to me, and that seems to make a lot of sense to me. So we are going to attempt to work on my Enderman farm and make it a little bit more efficient. Part of what that means is my LC value, I need to leave it where it is, build up to right under that in the Y value with spawning pads, which will be later. And then that I'm just going to stop, I think. I think that'll be plenty. Or maybe I'll go all the way up just to get max spawn rates possible. Actually, I'll probably do that eventually. So I will still go up to as high as I had my my tower, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then just increase the LC value of all the chunks surrounding the spawning pads to the same. This looks pretty good. The ceiling's a little boring. I think lights are going to go in the ceiling, not the floor, which should break it up a little bit. I do like the planks for the floor. The other thing my wife said, which I want your guys' input on, is she said I should take these blocks and put them here. In fact, we're going to try that. We'll go grab 3 from over here. And she said that I should put them there kind of like a threshold as an entrance. And I thought that it actually looked really good like this without it. But, I mean, she's been right before about all the other color stuff. So maybe she's right again. But I don't know. I kind of like the fact that it just kind of transitions with just the floor and there's not this overly apparent. Good, I got the block. Threshold to get in. Nope. Bad. And you go there. Ooh. I don't know. I think I like the planks a little better, but this doesn't look bad either. Well, let me know what you guys think. Probably gonna end up staying planks anyway, because I do like this a little better, I think. But I still want to know what you guys think. If you're smart, you'll probably side with my wife just because it's my wife, and if you don't side with your wife, then you're dumb. And that's not always true, of course. But when we're playing around like this, totally, it is totally true. Side with my wife. Do it. That way I don't get in trouble. Because she's an internet gal herself. She knows the internet. And if I tell her the internet sided with me instead of her, I'm probably going to get in trouble. So side with my wife, please. Thank you. Leave comments so that I can show her that you sided with her. And that, yeah, do it. Don't leave anything in the comments saying that, oh, Derek told us to side with you because he doesn't want to get in trouble. Just say, I think the dark brown wood looks better at the entrance of the tunnel. Something like that along those lines. Make it your own words, just so it's convincing. Please save me. Thank you. Yeah, Enderman Farm. Oh, wait, duh. It's this tunnel. What am I doing? All right, so we'll go there and just kind of check out the LC values, I think, for the end of this episode, and then I'll work on it off camera and probably next episode show you how I've got that to work. You know, I will bring another rack, I think. So I think I'm fine. I want to take this off because I'm going to be bridging over bad things. You're fine. Uh-huh. Don't need you. Okay, we're good. To the nether, not nether, to the end. See you guys when I get there. All right, so we are here. I am just going to turn this down to off so they don't get annoying. And now we're going to check the LC value. Remember where it is, right under the F over on the left over there? So it's 111 right under the tower. What about, where does this chunk end? Oh, God. Oh, no. Ooh, did my LC go down when I left the end and came back? Because it was staying at about 150 last time. I think it did. Oh, yes. I think I just had to unload the chunks and reload them and the LC changed. Okay. That is a good thing to know. I guess I was wrong. So it's all 111 around here. So the way LC works is it takes the highest block, rounds it to the nearest 16 number upwards. So anything between 0 and 16 gives you the LC value of 15 because it takes that number that's the 16 rounded up and subtracts 1. Make sense? I hope so, because that's about as good as you're going to get. So everything up here is 111, which means that I need to pillar out just a little bit to the other chunks and make those 111. And they should just funnel in to what I've got built so far, hopefully. Assuming I've got this in a decent chunk place. Like if this is in the very edge of a chunk, when I get up here, I'll try to explain it better. So a chunk is a 16 by 16 area, if I'm not mistaken. So let's say that the chunk border ends up being right here, which I'm not actually sure, to be honest with you. There's probably a way to tell on the F3 screen, and I don't know what it is. But let's say it's right here. And that would mean that 16 blocks this way, 1, 2, 3, and over to 16, already has the LC value of 111 because of my tower and these blocks. So that wouldn't really do me a whole lot. Right? Right. Let's see. How can I figure out what chunk I am in? I don't know. We'll just bridge out a bit, because it couldn't hurt to have extra ones 111, because like I said, they try to spawn things independently, right? So we'll just go out a ways here. Oh, I should have brought torches. Dang it. Dang it. Dang, well, you know what? I'll get torches later. I think. I really should get them now. Well. Oh well. Looks like we're just going out. I'm just totally eyeballing this because it should, even if I get it a little bit wrong, should increase rates quite a bit. That should be plenty. And I'm just going to leave these arms sticking out, little red arms, because why not? They're not horrible. Put one right here. So the spawning mechanics that I was talking about, again, they could be slightly off. But the one thing that I'm not really sure about in my explanation is after it finds the air block and moves out blocks, I don't know if that's just where it spawns, like it picks each mob from that spot to spawn the pack of 4 to try to spawn them, or if it goes out to a new spot, finds a new block, sees if it's valid, and then tries to spawn it around that. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm out this far. Let's just... Nah, it won't look as good. I was just going to go out that way and call it a day. But where's the fun in that? Again, this is probably overkill. I might not even really need to do this because I don't know where the chunk borders are. I have not really paid attention to it, nor do I know how to figure that out yet. I'll get there. One of these days. I'm sure it's extremely obvious and someone's yelling at me right now. Eric, it's right there. It's the whatever number on the F3 screen. But, eh. Alright, so you probably won't notice a difference from this. Oh, I just said notice like a Canadian. Hello, Ender Bob. So the big difference, now that I'm thinking about it, between Canadian, where I am in Alberta, speech, and where I was from in Idaho, is the O's kind of like in sorry or sorry. We say sorry back home, and they say sorry up here. They elongate their O in that fashion in a lot more words than just sorry. Sorry is just the one that most people know. Torches? No? All right, well, I'm going to go get some and put them there, and we'll test this thing out. So anyway, I've been picking that up slowly. I have not been saying A yet. That's probably coming in the future, though. What have a ladder? Huh. But anywho, I will go get torches, put them up there, and then I will drop back down, go out of range to where it despawns all of the Endermen out there, and then we will walk out this bridge together and watch them spawn from just watch them fall and see if it looks any faster. You guys might not have seen it as much as I have, so I will tell you if it looks faster or not. Based on how many chunks, I think I might have increased. So I could have put one out there too, but whatever. We'll just try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Assuming I got all of them right, that'll be 7, and I might put this other arm out. So 8 extra chunks, assuming I put this in a good place to start with. Then each one of those 8 chunks should have a low % chance to spawn an extra Enderman or 2 every once in a blue moon. So the % efficiency up might be, I don't know, 5%, just complete guess. Because I have a feeling the chance of it doing that is a very low % chance. Because in any y coordinate, there are 16 by 16 blocks that it can pick from per y coordinate, and it picks 4 blocks in the entire chunk up to the LC or the y value of 111. So wait, portal is right there. Getting lost. I feel like it's gonna be minimal, but why not? For something this is this easy, totally just do it. I was gonna cut and walk back, but I guess I talked too much. So I'm gonna cut right now, I promise, and I'll bring you back when that's done. Okay? See you in just a second. All right, so it's the moment of truth. I'm still not entirely sure this is gonna work or be noticeable at all. If it makes it worse, then I'll know that something was wrong, although I don't think they're wrong. They're pretty smart dudes. But we're going to find out if it makes a noticeable effect or not. Assuming I did just eyeball it too, right? I didn't find out where chunk borders were. I didn't do any of that. I just built further out. There they go. It's looking about the same so far, but like I said, it might be about 5%, so I might not be able to see it in the first place. But if the rates don't go down, then I should know that at least it's helping a little bit, right? Makes sense to me. Let's get a little closer. I think I'm far enough out that I shouldn't be spawning anything back behind me. Oh, there they go. Look at that. The breaks where they're not spawning it's fine. Don't know if you guys heard that. That was my wife's phone. Because like I said, it's very random. It picks 4 blocks per chunk, checks if they're air blocks, and then goes from there. If it's valid, even past that, then you might or may not get spawns. So you might get all 4 being valid when it picks air blocks, or you might get none every check. Also, did you see that one die? We'll see if we can get another one. I'll go kill a few. But yeah, the rates look almost exactly the same to me, which I think is a good sign. But a few of them are dying when they fall. They didn't used to do that. So I'm thinking there's some kind of change they made in 1.7.4 to fall damage or the way mobs interact with vines, or I don't know, because I don't remember any of these dying before, and I've seen one die. We were testing, actually not testing, we were building, when I was over at the Enderman farm on the Blockcentric server, those have been dying when they fall sometimes. I just don't know. Yeah, this is working very, very well. I don't think I am able to kill them all before I get more. Well, I might be. Ooh, it's close. Ow. Well, almost died. Playing on hard. Something that I actually wanted to do, but I found out I can't. Oh yeah, okay, I can kill them all. So the rates aren't the best, but whatever. Not bad. I almost got to 30 from it. It'll work for now. But the difficulty setting. There's Dinnerbone showed a tweet where he had a lock next to it, and I believe any world you make of 1.7.4 has this lock, and you can lock the difficulties. You can't accidentally change it. And I wanted to do that on here, but it's not there. So maybe I'm not able to, which kind of sucks. But oh well, whatever. I really hope you guys can't hear her phone because it's going off again. But anyway, we're gonna end it right here. Looks like the explanation of LC was most likely correct. Thanks, Blockcentric guys, Drakart, and Dro, to be specific. And yeah, please leave a like and comment for me. I really, really appreciate it, and really do like interacting with you guys. Let me know what you think about the LC mechanic. If you think something is wrong with the Enderman farm, because I've definitely seen ones with higher rates than this. But whatever, it works for me. But let me know anyway. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about the whole experiment and LC value-ness and stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode.